Hi there, my name's Gus. Well, it's the first time I've done a blog and, well, it's scary, I'll tell you that. I thought I want to do this blog because I had OCD for about 2.5 to 3 years, and I wanted to share my experience to anyone else that has it or just wants to know about it, just in case it might be of any help or interest to you. So I just want to share my experience really and how I got out of it. Yeah, basically, I'll start from the beginning. What I actually had with OCD, I had tons of stuff. Basically, beginning at locking doors, I would keep checking doors and over and over and over again. I was so scared that someone might get in when I'm asleep. I would wash my hands. That was a major bad one I had. I'd wash my hands about 25 times at a time, and I would keep washing them. I would want to stop. I would like wash my hands, and I would want to stop. There was like this magnet that kept pushing me back to wash again and again and again, and I hated it. And I kept cursing myself, doing it again. I couldn't stop. Anyway, that was a big one, and it was hot water as well. It was like boiling water, and I was scared of germs. I was scared I was going to get infected with something. I just couldn't stop. I'd be walking down the road as well, and I would see some dog poo, and I would immediately think I've touched it, when of course I haven't. But you know, I just kept thinking about it. Oh, you've touched this dog poo. You have to do something now. And I would go wash my hands again and change my clothes sometimes, thinking that somehow rubbed dog poo against my clothes and stuff. It was crazy. But at the time, it was just so so wide in your brain that you couldn't stop. Another thing was driving, thinking I'd knocked someone over, and once I drove back about 20 miles to check the road in case I did, and it crazy again. I know people who haven't had OCD thinking that that's just bonkers, and well, it is a bit, but at the time you can't stop it, and you just keep thinking, it's like voice in your head saying, oh no, you've done something, you've knocked someone over, you better go and check, and it's crazy, but it happened. And also, other thing was, another big thing, voices, these things in your head, they would basically, there's whole things that come in your head, and it totally freaked me out. And it would be things, whole thing like the word hell, and to me that I didn't like that word. And 666, I'm a Christian, and I believe in God, and to me kind of those things scared me, and I hated those kind of things. And other bad things, like things that someone's name would come in on mine saying they're going to die, and it totally freaked me out. It was horrible, but it just it came in my head all the time. I've written things down because questions, I keep forgetting what I'm going to say. So how did it start? Well, basically OCD, it was just checking the door, and the slidey door in my bedroom. I would check it once, then check it again, and I'd check it a third time, and every night I'd do it more and more, and I'd keep checking things, and it came from that, and it just got worse and worse, and I felt like I was going mad. I seriously thought I was going to have to go into a mental hospital at one point, and I was scared to tell anyone. I didn't want to tell anyone because I was scared that they'd think of me, and I didn't want to say anything. How worse did it get? Well, basically, it got to the point where I was getting late for work. I would be checking my house door and keep going back and checking, and I'm sure the neighbours were watching me. I bet I'm sure they're saying, look, Angus is going out the door again, let's watch. Oh, let's do it 10 times this time. It's not, I don't know, I'm trying to make it sound funny, but it wasn't. I hated myself. I really did. I had no respect for myself at all. I was getting late for work. I had to pick other friends up for work. I was getting late because I would be driving towards their house, and I'd have to drive back to check my door again. I've already checked about 5 times, so I'd have to check it again. I would, at lunchtime from work, go back and check my door. It was crazy, but I was just wired my brain again. It was just, I was listening to these things and I couldn't ignore them. So basically, yeah, okay, how did I stop? How did I get out of this nightmare? The great thing is you can stop. And the short answer is ignoring them. But I'll tell you how it totally happened to me. Basically, what happened was, because I was a Christian, I believe in God, but at the time I felt God had totally abandoned me. I felt that He didn't care anymore, and also with all the voices having saying these horrible things when I was trying to pray, I would swear. And so yeah, so basically I would say horrible things when praying, and it was horrible. And I felt God would say has basically abandoned me, kind of thing. Why I kept praying, pleading to God, God, please help. But no, I felt this was getting worse and worse. But until one day, this thing came over me. I realised how to get out of it. Basically, I was washing my hands, and about the 13th time, I was washing my hands, and this thing came over me saying, "Look, do you believe in God?" And yes, I do. And I still then I still believe in God. And I said, okay, well, you need to have faith. You need to have faith in God. And I thought, okay, I'm washing my hands, and I go and wash them again because I'm not having faith that this disease, whatever's on my hand, is going to affect me or whatever. And so I thought, I'm going to have faith, really, faith in God that is going to protect me. So what I did is, on that 13th time washing my hands, I took the soap off my hands, dried my hands, and prayed, God, please protect me from diseases. And that was it. And then I walk away, and straight away this magnet thing trying to pull me back and wash my hands again, but I resisted, got out of the room, went into the lounge, sat down. Straight away this thing saying, no, your diseases are going to kill you, and stuff like that. But I just knew I have to have faith in God. If I believe God is real and He's going to protect me, then I have to just resist and ignore. And that was it. I did. I hit. And now about 2 weeks later, I didn't wash my hands more than once at a time. It was great. It was amazing. Now, from there, it sounds like that was good, but no, it took probably a year or more until I totally got out of OCD. I relapsed a lot on other things. I lost faith. I wasn't strong. And it took a while for me to understand, to just ignore, and for me to have faith in God. And like with locking my door, I learned to close my door when I'm going to work, close my house door, lock it, then turn my back and walk away, and not go and lock it again or check. It was an amazing feeling. I tell you, not looking back, just walking away from the door. It was this weight released from my shoulders. And I know when I was at work afterwards, I would say, something in my head would go, no, your door's still locked and unlocked, you better go and check. But I said, no, God's going to protect me, He's going to protect my house, and I'm just going to ignore it. And you know what? Nothing ever bad happened. I never got diseases. Nothing ever happened to my house. It's fine. So, anyone who's got OCD out there, I really feel sorry for you, but you can break this. It's not a part of your life. It's not part of your life. You can get out of it. And it doesn't have to be get out of it in a year or 10 years. You can get out of it really, really soon. You just ignore these things. And so that's it. So I hope this has helped. I hope I haven't rambled on too long. So, goodbye.